Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naranjaiva Narottamam
Naram Narottamam
Devim Saraswatin Vyasam
Devim Saraswatim Vyasam
Tato Jayamudirayet
Tato Jayamudiraye
Ashtaprayeshva Bhadreshu
Ashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavate Uttamasloke
Bhagavata Uttamaśloke
Bhaktin Bhavatirnaichiri
Bhaktim Bhavati Naistaki
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Devagi Nandanaya cha
Devaki Nandanaya cha
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Nandagopa Kumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Govindaya Namo Namaha.
Hare Krishna. Once again, welcome all the devotees for the morning Srimad Bhagavatam discussion. Today we are going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam Canto 2, Chapter 1, text number 39. This is the first chapter's last sloka. The chapter name is The First Step in God Realization. Please repeat the sloka behind me. Sarva-dhī-vṛtty-anubhūta-sarva.
sarva-dhī-vṛtty-anubhūta-sarva.
ātma yata svapna-janekṣitaikaḥ.
ātma yathā svapna-janekṣitaikaḥ.
Tam satyam ānanda-nidhiṁ bhajete.
Tam satyam ānanda-nidhiṁ bhajete.
nānyatra sajjed yata ātma-pātaḥ.
nānyatra sajjed ātma-pātaḥ.
Word by word meaning, please repeat behind me. Saha,
Saha,
he, the Supreme Person.
he, the Supreme Person.
Sarva-dhī-vṛtty.
Sarva-dhī-vṛtty.
The process of realization by all sorts of intelligence.
all sorts of intelligence.
Anubhūta, cognizant. Sarve, everyone. Ātma, the Supersoul. Yata, as much as. Svapna-jana, a person dreaming. īkṣita, seen by. ekaḥ, one and the same. Tam, unto him. Satyam, the supreme truth. ānanda-nidhiṁ, the ocean of bliss. Bhajeta, must one worship. Na, never. Anyatra, anything else. Sajjet, be attached. Yataḥ, thereby. ātma-pātaḥ, degradation of oneself. Translation and purport by Doing Grace Abhay Charna A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Translation, please repeat behind me. One should concentrate his mind upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who alone distributes himself in so many manifestations,
in so many manifestations,
just as
just as
ordinary persons
ordinary persons
create
create
thousands of manifestations
thousands of manifestations
in dreams.
in dreams.
One must concentrate
One must concentrate
the mind on him,
the mind on him,
the only all blissful absolute truth.
only blissful absolute.
Otherwise,
Otherwise,
one will be misled
one will be misled
and will cause his own degradation.
his own degradation.
Purport. In this verse, the process of devotional service is indicated by the great Goswami Srila Sukadeva. He tries to impress upon us that instead of diverting our attention to several branches of self-realization, we should concentrate upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead as the supreme object of realization, worship, and devotion. Self-realization is, as it were, offering a fight for eternal life against the material struggle for existence. And therefore, by the illusory grace of the external energy, the yogi or the devotee is faced with many allurements which can entangle a great fighter again in the bondage of material existence. A yogi can attain miraculous success in material achievements, but such as anima and laghima, by which one can become more minute than the minutest or lighter than the lightest, or in the ordinary sense, one may achieve material benedictions in the shape of wealth and women. But one is warned against such allurements because entanglement again in such illusionary pleasure means degradation of the self and further imprisonment in the material world. By this warning, one should follow one's vigilant diligence only. The Supreme Lord is one and his expansions are various. He is therefore the Supersoul of everything. When a man sees anything, he must know that his seeing is secondary and the Lord's seeing is primary. One cannot see anything without Lord's having first seen it. That is the instruction of the Vedas and the Upanishad. So, whatever we see or do, the Supersoul of all acts of seeing or doing is the Lord. This theory of simultaneously oneness and difference between the individual soul and the super soul is propounded by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu as the philosophy of Achinta Abheda Vedas Tattva. The Virat Rupa or the gigantic feature of the Supreme Lord includes everything materially manifested, and therefore the Virat or gigantic feature of the Lord is the super soul of all living and non-living entities. But the Virat Rupa is also the manifestation of Narayana or Vishnu. And going further one will eventually sees the Lord Krishna in the ultimate super soul of everything that be. The conclusion is that one should unhesitatingly become a worshipper of Lord Krishna, or for that matter, his planetary expansion Narayana and nānyatra. In the Vedic hymns, it is clearly said that, first of all Narayana cast a glance over matter, and thus there was creation. Before creation, there was neither Brahma nor Shiva, and what to speak of others. Sripada Sankaracharya has definitely accepted this, that Narayana is beyond the material creation, and that all other are within the material creation. The whole material creation, therefore, is one with and different from Narayana. Simultaneously, and this supports the Achintya Veda Abheda philosophy of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Being an emanation from the glance potency of Narayana, the whole material creation is non-different from him. But because it is effect of his external energy, Bahiranga Maya, and is allowed from internal potency, ātma-maya. The whole material creation is different from him. At the same time, the example given in this verse very nicely is that of the dreaming man. The dreaming man creates many things in his dreams, and thus he himself becomes the entangled seer of the dream and is also affected by the consequences. This material creation is also exactly a dreaming-like creation of the Lord. But he, being the transcendental super soul, is neither entangled nor affected by the reaction of such a dreaming-like creation. He is always in his transcendental position. But essentially, he is everything and nothing is apart from him. as a part of him. One should therefore concentrate on him only without deviation. Otherwise, one is sure to be overcome by the potencies of material creation. And after another, and one after another, it is confirmed in Bhagavad Gita 9.7 as follows. Sarva-bhūtāni kaundeya prakritim yanti māmikām kalpaseye punasthāni kalpado vishyami agham. O son of Kundi, at the end of the millennium, every material manifestations enter into my nature, and at the beginning of another millennium, by my potency, I again create. The human life, however, is an opportunity to get out of this repetition of creation and annihilation. It is a means whereby one may escape the Lord's external potency and enter into his internal potency. Thus, end of Bhakti Vedanta purpose of the second canto, first chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The First Step in God Realization. Hare Krishna. Om ānanda-nidhiṁ ஞானாஞானशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने. नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवाद पाशाश देशधारिणे. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So today's sloka, it is the last sloka of this chapter. So Sukadeva Goswami is explaining our focus should be only on the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Now, if you focus on multiple things, then the degradation will happen. That is the explanation given by Sukadeva Goswami. So, and also he is giving the example how the man, now we are when we sleep, then we will dream. There are so many things in the dreams, it will come. Many things may not be in existence also. Some different dreams will get. We will think sometime we will go on the air, and sometime we will fell on the water, and some big garden, this and that. So many people are coming. So many things it will come in our dream, but that may not be exist, but only in the dream. But how the thousand things are coming in the dream, similar way, Lord creating this material world like a dream, like his dream only. Even though he created all of the things, he is not affected by this material activities and material creation, because that is all coming from, emanate from the Lord. So Lord's body, the entire universe is coming out from those pores of the Lord Mahavishnu. Mahavishnu's body, it is coming out. So within the universe, we are all there. These are all the external potency of the Lord. See, the living things, non-living things, living things, there are two things are there. So the non-living things are external potency of the Lord. For example, this mud, this air, the water, these are all the non-living things. So we are calling them as a external potency of the Lord. Whatever we are seeing, the universe, the earth, the other planetary system, everything, we are calling them as a external potency of the Lord. And his internal potency. So Radharani, his internal potency is the is energy of the Lord. That is Radharani. And living entities like us, we are all called marginal potency. So we are all combined by both material and as well as his external potency as well as internal potency. For example, our body is made up of earth, water, fire, and all. This is the material thing. So our body is part of external energy, but our soul, it is the part of, so soul is not it's a spirit. There is no material, it is not made up of any material thing. It is our spirit soul is coming from the spiritual world. So it has the quality of the spiritual quality. It does not have any quality connected with this material world. That is the reason we have the quality. We means we are the souls. That soul made up of internal energy of the Lord, and our body is made up of external energy of the Lord. Since we are both combined, since we are staying in this material body, we have both the qualities, external and internal. So we are all called the marginal potency of the Lord. So since we are in the marginal potency, we heard that 84 lakhs of species are there in this world. In that, only the 4 lakhs are human beings. So only the human being are provided this facility to get out of this material world. Because facility in the sense, Lord provided the intelligence to the human being only. And since we have a different kind of human being, not everyone can understand and get into the path of self-realization. Because there are so many different varieties are there. So here, in the purport, Prabhupada is mentioning 2 points about anima and lahima. The yogis are, they will meditate and they will make themselves, after meditations, they will get some siddhis. So because of the siddhis, they can make themselves very small particle in this material world, like an atom. The body, the entire body, will become a small article. So a small atom kind of. They will make them small, minute than minute. And lighter than the light. They can reduce their weight. Lighter than the light. These are the siddhis they may get. If they concentrate, if they do the meditation, they will get all these siddhis. Yes, they are focusing on that to get that siddhi, because of they will work on that, so they will get that. But these and all, it won't work for anything. For example, one day what happened when Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj, he is the guru of spiritual master for Srila Prabhupada. So when he was walking towards the Ganges area bank, his disciples also coming along with him. They are saying that one person was sitting over there. It is like a yogi. So these disciples introduce him. Okay, this is the yogi. He can walk in the water. He can cross this Ganges, this Ganga. From this bank to another bank, he can walk on the water and he can go. He won't drown. If we can't walk in the water, right? If you get into the water, we will drown in the water. But this person, he can walk on the top of the water, because he can make himself lighter than the light, like that. So they were expecting that this our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj, he will praise him. This is the great quality kind of. Then they introduced him. That person also came in front of him. Then Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Maharaj asked, how much effort you put for this? So he said he was practicing 35 years. What 35 years? How to make lighter than the light. So that he practiced that, he was meditating upon that 35 years. After 35 years, he got that Shakti, that siddhi, that is lighter than the light. Then Patina Saraswati Maharaj asked, then all are in the mood of that, okay, then now is Maharaj going to praise this person, because 35 years he did the tapasya and he got this siddhi, lighter than the light. Then he asked, he told, you wasted 35 years of your life. Yes, it's a life. Human life is very precious, but you wasted 35 years. Like that he told. Then he called the boatman who used to keep the boat, and he used to transfer the persons from one bank to another bank. He called the boatman and he asked, how much you will charge for a person from this bank to other bank, like that. He asked. Then that time he told it is 10 paisa. That time it was 10 paisa was big thing. Then he told, whatever siddhi 35 years we spent, it is a worth of 10 paisa only. He directly told to that person, you, in order to save the 10 paisa, you spend your 35 years. You walking on the lighter than the light. You become lighter than the light. You walk on the water. What is the use of it? Like that, Patisna Saraswati Maharaj, he asked him. So then he gave the knowledge, because you wasted. This is what is going to happen. You are lighter than the light. You are walking on the water. What is the ultimate result from that? You can save 10 paisa. That's all. But nothing. You cannot get the God realization. You cannot get out of this material. You cannot come out from the karma. You cannot come out from this birth and death cycle. It won't help for anything. Right? So that is the realization of his great souls. So our life should be connected with the higher source, higher purpose. It should not be achieving the smaller things. So we should understand that. Many people are doing they are doing the yoga and they are doing the meditation. Then if you ask them what is the purpose, we will live without disease free, we can live. They'll think that I will be healthy living. We are going to live healthy and our body, flexible body, healthy living. We won't get the diabetes, this and that. We will be living healthily, happily like that. So what is the purpose? Is it the purpose of life? Healthy and happy living? That is not the purpose of life. Of course, you have to be healthy. You have to be happy in this life. But that should not be our ultimate goal of life. Because ultimate goal of life is to achieving the higher purpose. The higher purpose is to reach the Goloka Vrindana, to get the love of Supreme Personality of Godhead. So the person, once he himself and surrendered to the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a servant, that person started his life, living the life, proper life. He started living life, proper life. And at the end of life, he will go back to Godhead because he surrendered to the Lord and he is serving the Lord. So serving the Lord in the sense, how can we serve? People may think that, how can we serve? So many, only the Brahmanas are allowed in the temple, how can we serve? So the serving is, we can do many ways we can serve the Lord. Whatever we are wearing the tilak, this is also one of the service to the Lord. See, by seeing us, by wearing the tilak, by seeing us on the road, people are seeing us, people immediately, they will remember the Lord Vishnu. By seeing this Lord Vishnu or Lord Krishna, then by seeing this kind of tilak, people, they said, these are the Hare Krishna people, they are the ISKCON people. So they are remembering ISKCON, they are remembering the Hare Krishna, they are remembering the Krishna, they are remembering the Krishna, Vishnu. So we are the instrument for them to remembering the Lord, for their remembrance of the Lord. So there is a small sukriti we will get. So this is also one of the service towards the Lord. And chanting the holy name of the Lord, propagating the holy name towards who are all not aware. Many people are, many of the thousands of people are there, crores of people are there in this world who don't know about this. What is the purpose of life? To give them the knowledge. That if you would give them the knowledge about the Lord, that is also one of the service. Whatever we learn, whatever we are hearing, give it to others. That is also one of the service. Do the kirtan, that is also another service. And honoring the prasadam. We are not eating the prasadam. It is honoring a prasadam. Because once we prepared the bhoga or whatever the food we are offering to the Lord. Before offering, that food is called bhoga. And once we offer to the Lord, then it becomes prasadam. The form of prasadam, it will come back to us. So then honoring, though, yes, prasadam is the great thing. Even the prasadam can turn one person into a God consciousness. So prasadam has the effect potency because that is touched by the Lord, tasted by the Lord. There is a remnants of the Lord. So if you are having the habit of taking the remnants of the Lord, we will also get one day the quality of the Lord. So that is just all whatever things are connected with the Lord, everything has the potency to make us a devotee and take us into the path of self-realization and the God realization, especially on the Krishna consciousness. So once upon a time when Gandhiji, he was in the jail. That time, one day he had a food served to him and he had a food. And morning he wake up and he got a dream. In the dream, he saw that he killed his mother, his own mother. He put a big stone on his mother's head and he killed his mother. And he was so much disturbed in the morning. He was waking up and he was, how come I got this kind of, because he is very dear to his mother, he has lovable mother. So how I got this kind of dream? Then he asked the jailer. So anything changes happen in our routine in the jail. Then the jailer told, today the cook who's supposed to come for the cooking for today, he didn't came. So one of the kaidi, one of the prisoner inside who is one of the prisoner, he prepared the food. Then he wanted to meet that prisoner. He met that person. He told what you did, why you came inside of this jail. Then that person told, I killed my mother with a stone. So that's why they put me in the jail. That's what he told. So That is the effect of food. The person who preparing the food, that person's effect also will get into that food. So when you eat without offering to the Lord, if you eat directly, because jail and all, they don't know all those things activities, right? Because all the community people will be there, so they just prepare the food, they will give it to you. It's a kind of a food only. So when we are taking directly, what is happening? The person who prepared, his mood and his quality is also coming towards the food. So this Gandhi got a similar kind of dream because he killed his mother. Similar kind of dream he also got. So that is the power of taking the food. So we should also very much conscious of taking the food. We should not take anything and everything from the outside. Yes, first of all, we should have the consciousness whether this food is offered to the Lord. At most, we need to try offer to the Lord. If at all there is no option, we are outside of the house, outside of the city, there is no other option, we have to take outside only. Take that and remember first, before eating, just offer that to the Lord in front of your plate, only offer to the Lord. Just say Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu, Sri Vishnu. Remember the Lord. So that Lord can at least cleanse the food, whatever the dosha is there in the food, he at least clear that and will get the purified food. So that is the way we can protect ourselves from this contamination of this material world. So our goal of life should be one. So here we discussed like Agimal, Lavina, Animal, Lahima. So in the current world also there are so many people, so many advertisements are coming. So you can become a crorepati, and you can become a disease free if you come for our classes. You can be a worry free. You will be happy in your life. You can increase your aging. You won't see you can prolong your old age. There are so many advertisements are coming in the TV or YouTube, everything, because they wanted to sell their product, they want to loot the people, because they know what is the weakness of the people. The weakness of the people is the people they wanted to prolong their youngness. They don't want to get a disease free. So they wanted to enjoy. So they know that whatever we are eating, so that with that we can attract the people. So there are so many advertisements, there's hotels and so many advertisements. So that in this instrument, that instrument, dress, the cosmetic items, there are so many advertisements which are not necessary for our life. So we discussed there are two things in our life which are essential and which may not required or not, which may not required for our life. So there are two things, essential and non-essential. So food, shelter, these are the essential things. If you are there, then without that we can't live. So that is the essential things. And not non-essential things are which are extra. If it is there or not, also we can live. For example, car and AC. These are all the non-essential things. If it is without that, them also we can live. So our endeavor should be, the person who is in the Krishna consciousness, their endeavor should be to catch hold of only the essential thing in this life, not to waste our time to get all these non-essential things. So if you see the people around us, outside people, they will think about them. If you go and ask them, take one Bhagavad Gita, for them, taking the Bhagavad Gita, reading it is the non-essential for them. Because they are going there, I don't have time because I need to work to get my car, get my big house. So those are the non-essential thing. But the person mind, by seeing this material world, those are all become essential thing for him. So our mind should be always connected with. So that's why Prabhupada is clearly mentioning our object should be only one, to attain Krishna. There is no other. Our focus should be on Krishna only, and in this matter we can concentrate on Vishnu also, in the form of Vishnu also. There are Vishnu avatars, many avatars. So any avatars also we can concentrate, but only we should limit it to that only. We should not change our focus on apart from anything. And even in Bhagavad Gita also, Krishna is saying in 18.66, what he is saying, that sarva-dharman parityajya mam ekam saranam bhaja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshasyami ma suchaha. So sarva-dharman parityajya. So abandon all varieties of religion. Whatever the things you are doing, somebody doing meditation, somebody doing this yoga, that yoga, abandon all the varieties and surrender unto me only. Here you can see the statement, Mam ekam sharanam vraja. Mam ekam means me only, that is. You see, Mam means unto me. Ekam means only unto me surrender. Krishna is saying that only unto me surrender, not to here and there. So only unto me surrender. What will happen? You shall be delivered from all the sinful reactions in this life. Do not fear. You don't want to fear for anything. Because people may fear that if I come, because traditionally I'm doing, our families are doing worshipping this, worshipping that. Traditionally we are doing these activities. So if I immediately leave, what will happen? So Krishna giving the assurance that abandon all varieties of religion, surrender unto me, I will deliver you from all the sinful reactions. Don't fear. It's a promise given by Krishna. So all of us, our focus should be only one, not with the multiple branches. So if our focus is one, then definitely we can achieve Krishna in our very life, in this very life itself. So in today's sloka, it is talking about our concentration always should be on the absolute truth only. It should not misled by the multiple very ways. If you go into the multiple ways, multiple paths driven by the misled people, then we will take the ownership of our own degradation. It will take us to the degradation only. That is the understanding today. Hare Krishna. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki Jai.